Got the Smite t-shirt on for this one. So for those who follow my channel for a while, you'll know that I generally try to keep things roughly balanced between the old, cool stuff that's happened in the past and the new, current, exciting stuff that's happening, well, now. That balance has been really hard to maintain in the last few weeks because what has been going on in the Pro League, man? What is going on? What is happening? So for those who don't know, there's currently a bug in Smite. I know, it's a shock to all of us, where things can go a bit funky if you use beads and Aegis at the same time. And the way that the Pro League has gotten around that is by saying you can buy either beads or Aegis, but you can't buy both. Or if you do buy both, you can only use one. Now on paper, that might not sound like the biggest change ever, but you got to keep in mind that the beads and Aegis meta has been around since Smite has existed, like literally from day one. And now it's gone. Forever. Well, actually for like 2 weeks until they fix it. But this has led to some of the most whacked out Smite I've ever seen. I've been watching it since season 0. It's like 10 years. So there I was watching the Olympus Bolts versus the Only Warriors, and it was absolutely mental game. You can watch it in one of these corners somewhere. And so there I was watching it and thinking, this needs to be a video. And then I watched the Dragons versus the Scarabs in the literal next game, and I thought, that needs to be a video as well. And then I watched the Kings play the Valks. I thought that needs to be a video. And then I saw the Kings versus the Bolts and I thought that needs to be a video as well. And at this point I'm like, I'm just Smite VOD. I'm just re-uploading the entire weekend. But the mad bit about it all is that they all deserve it. Each of these games deserves their own video because they are just mental. But rather than spam your subscriptions with hundreds of random individual videos, I thought I'd wrangle them all together into this one big meaty video so you can sit back and enjoy some of the best games of Smite that I've seen in a very long time. Oh, and by the way, ban Aegis. No, don't really. Unless...
I think this weekend continues to be the most entertaining SPO weekend we've had in a long time. Think back to every single set we've seen played this weekend. We've had some of those ridiculous Smite I've seen.
Something's different.
We've had some very, very good
we know what that
sets.
something is.
We've had some very, very good sets throughout the year, of course. What is it? Oh, I thought you were going to say because Gore's not here.
Oh, no. Wow, you're toxic.
I thought you were going to BM our boy.
No, you're toxic
so
for
sad.
even thinking that.
I know. Poor Gore.
I'm J-Mac. I got Mifflin joining me on the desk as we jump into our second set of the day. We got the Camelot Kings and the Olympus Bolts squaring off. Can Big Man Tings do big man things on the Vulcan and bring the Camelot Kings to a victory? We'll have to find out in game number 3 as we throw it over to Dulcin and Trelly one final time.
Got some wordplay on the desk going into game number 3 here.
Spitting.
That's right. The Camelot Kings with the Bolts will go one more. And one more time we will see, is it the early game that wins out or is it the late game turnaround that wins out? Because Trelly, in back-to-back games now, we've had the team that pulls an early lead, dropping it at some point in the opposing squad, able to win the day by the end of it. So why not? Well, he gets to play Vulcan, which is one of his favorite picks. Big Earth Shaker, plus damage and grouped up targets is like BMT's whole deal. Putting a lot of cards in the BMT deck here in game number 3.
Yeah, certainly are. You can see Genetics is walking up, tried to go for a steal. Was not able to grab it, but did get the hog out from Awesome Jake. The Mannequin Scepter is going to start to add up here onto Genetics. And Genetics does not have Shell. It's just the Blink. One more auto will do it. Yeah, that's it. Mannequin.
Oh, no!
I mean, yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking, but
It's devastating.
Genetics just surprised Pikachu. He was like, what? I blinked into the Invader's Curse and got hit by 12 autos? What? I died?
And Barra has Mannequin? No way.
Barra did 1,000 damage to me and I died?
830, Trelly. Thank you very much.
I literally said to Awesome Jake when I was out there, I said, these cringe supports that keep running at purple buff, I hope you all die at purple buff. And Jake said, sorry, man, it's the meta. Jake didn't do it, though.
Could the Bolts get another? No. What? Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. They don't. Twig gets out. Nearly was another for the Bolts, but Twig limps away. Could be a good look, though. Big Man Tings uses the beats. There's simply too much. Maybe here in just a moment. Double knock up and double wall. It's because all of it's onto Jake with the dazzling offensive for repositioning. Wonderful from Baskin in the cripple field on the Pillars of Agony. Chef's kiss from the Camelot Kings, and a 1-2 punch pays off with a Pyromancer after the fact.
Yeah, Baskin even had the juke shoes there with the Dazzling Offensive, but was not able to get his knocks out of trouble. Lasbra
Whoa, Lasbra!
gonna steal away that Pyromancer though with a swift blink and Typhoon, and that's gonna help put the gold back in favor of the Olympus Bolts. Captain Twig can get chased down here by Lasbra.
Oh, he is. Lasbra takes the teleport in, as well as maybe a kill onto Netruid. His dash is down, beads used by Lasbra, and another setup kill for the Olympus Bolts. And they're funneling it in, Trelly, to a great late game carry in the Susana. Bolts, considering a fight over the Pyro, just dropped by the Camelot Kings. Remember, objective secure, you'd think should be where the Earthshaker is, and it happens just like that. Kings secure the Pyro as Variety has found the backline, but so is Lasbra. The dive just better from the Bolts, because they're the ones who have finished off a kill.
Wow.
Variety killed himself. So the Bolts lose the Pyro, but win the fight. And could be more handy now. A double pull in from Lasbra, but has to dash away. Captain Twig hoping for something, but it's just taking damage. Ven is on his own. Ven's got to get damage. Venenu, he's got it. It's a 4-kill swing for the Olympus Bolts in a miraculous team fight.
They're charging towards this Fire Giant, and Baskin and Awesome Jake have already started it up. It's going to be an 18-minute Fire Giant here for the Olympus Bolts off the back of a great fight at the Pyromancer. You lose the objective, but you get the much more important one.
King's a team that fight and scrap for every win, every loss. They're not going to make this simple on the Bolts, but you have to zoom out. This could be the 3rd straight loss for the Kings, who have looked near unbeatable at points this year. Twig blinks forward and loses most of his health. Variety gets knocked up by Lasbra. Frenzy now used. Left side Phoenix burnt down. And Lasbra will take the ultimate away from Captain Twig just by threat alone.
But it looks like Variety gets caught out.
Variety has been caught out for nothing. And that's kind
That's
of
it?
made the decision for the Camelot Kings. Left side Phoenix is already gone. So are the tier 2 towers. Life has just been made easier for the Bolts. Awesome Jake unhappy with the pace of things now. Double cripple fields down, and the Camelot Kings have found the first. They've found another one as well. And suddenly the Olympus Bolts spread apart. A double kill for Big Man Tings. It's only Lasbra and Jake, and it's disastrous for the Bolts. They lose almost everyone under the right side Phoenix.
This is like versus the Titans. What is happening? Why did Jake dash in towards the Phoenix?
What can the Kings do? I mean, they've got 30 seconds on Jake. I mean, it's definitely not game end territory, but
They can maybe go for the Phoenix, but it
No.
looks like they're not even going to do that. So I guess
Wow.
not the biggest throw. Could have been worse.
goodness. Well, so what does that tell us, Charlie? That the Bolts are not confident in their Phoenix dive.
It's going to be Variety, though, getting the beats down very early on. Baskin wants to chase it, though.
Remember, Variety got caught out last time. Variety made the decision for the Camelot Kings. Book of the Dead. Oh, it's paid off. Tenfold for Variety. It's kept him on the map. Lots of ultimates sent out. Everyone but Twig has used their ult. And everyone remains on the map around this FG.
Yeah, but Genetics is getting chunked through as well. Good combo from Awesome Jake. Captain Twig made that rotation to the left side, but left a fire wave in the left side of the map as well. Someone's got to defend that, but not worried about it currently. Ven drops the bracer, and Fire Giant's getting started up.
Then, poking his damage in. A grouping of 5 Camelot Kings will round the corner. They will be rooted by Venenu. Variety will die first. Genetics will make it out as Captain Twig goes around the corner, gets the pick onto Baskin, and an important trade out for the Olympus Bolts as Twig then drops after the fact. The Fire Giant still stands, but so do 3 members of the Kings and 4 of the Bolts. So the Olympus Bolts with a 2-for-1 fight crack open the enhanced Fire Giant. I wonder if that's the type of call where the Kings realize that their base defense has looked okay in the last couple FGs. Why roll the dice trying to steal it away? We'll see if we can keep this left side Phoenix alive next time.
I mean, Baskin could essentially solo a Phoenix if he had it, but he doesn't. He was dead during that time, so only Lasbra is really going to be using the benefit.
Oh, no.
But once again, Variety.
Oh no. Oh no, who's gonna win this one? I'm not sure. Lasbra and Variety exchange ults, they exchange damage. But Book of the Dead, again, a difference maker. But how do the Kings fare without their soul laner? How do the Bolts fare without their jungler? Oh my god! A nuke drops on Barracuda, but doesn't completely delete him. Forces the soul back. Quietest, somehow. Phoenix Siege we've gotten. The Bolts drop the left side bird.
I was trying to figure out, you know, if what itemization BMT would have to change to actually get the one shot on the Barracuda
not
off
sure.
that ultimate, but it looks like fully statted here. I mean, red buff and Elixir of Power, that's the only difference maker you could really make, and I believe even had the red buff at the moment. So the Elixir of Power is really all BMT can do if he wants to try and go for that one shot.
Well, it's Jake waltzing forward. Again, though, Amaterasu over in mid. Twig knocked up by Lasbra. And a wall in from Genetics.
There
An
it is.
Earthshaker
Look at his
deletes
HP.
Venenu. Barracuda, red HP as well. It happens again. The Camelot Kings flex their muscles on the right side, Phoenix. And they will repel the Olympus Bolts once more. If you don't lose anything else, it's a relatively low cost defeat there for the Olympus Bolts. My goodness, Trelly. The Bolts just cannot get it done under the right side Phoenix. And then the Kings are smart because they're not trying to take fights anywhere else. They're realizing that they look just fine as long as that Earthshaker connects there. Eventually the Bolts can stop caring about the right side Phoenix and just end the game if that Titan gets so low. But the Fire Giant now melted down by the Camelot Kings, and the Fire Giant confirmed by the Bolts. Big Man Ting's deleted just as the Earthshaker comes out. But Variety has done the same to Ven on the back line. Variety with a double kill cleans up both carries. And the Hades makes reparations for a dropped kill earlier on. What can the rest of the Kings do, though? Captain Twig has gone back to save the Titan. That's left the Bolts with two members of the Kings. A triple kill for Variety. It's left to Jake and Baskin to chase down the Hades. It's either a quad or escape for Variety as Jake will dash forward. Genetics left on the run, and Captain Twig has saved the Titan.
Yeah, Captain Twig had to go back there. Genetics should fall down here shortly, but Variety has stuck around. Just go back to base at this point, but now Captain Twig's here.
Captain Twig, could he tilt the scales right on back? Chaos descends over the battleground. Baskin uses the dazzling offensive and the beads out of Captain Twig. Fire minions are going to make their way onto the Titan here shortly as well. It's a killing spree for Awesome Jake, and it's down to Variety. Fire minions and half the HP on the Titan.
That Titan did get real low though, Dave. We're in a situation where one or two Bolts sneak into the Titan room, and that Titan's going down.
All right. Look, we are right back to square one as far as base siege goes, except now the Titan down to half. The question is, do the Bolts say, we're going to lose again on the right side, Phoenix? Do we just ignore the Phoenix? We have enough damage this late in the game to just finish off the Titan, and it looks like that might be the answer. The Camelot Kings have stood strong under the right side, Phoenix, and they won't have an answer under mid.
The call has got to be to go for the end, though. It's not looking for the right side Phoenix. It's group up and go for the Titan.
Bede's still down on a few members of the Bolts as well. Barracuda 30 seconds away. Lasbra, oh no, has he maybe just ended the game? He's at least given the Bolts a real good look, and Earthshaker hits absolutely no one. It's a big whiff. What can the Kings do now? Variety can dash onto Lasbra. Has Variety saved the game? No, Barracuda flips it right back. Genetics will use the walls, and it's going to be up to Netrioid, up to the carries, up to
So much
Tings,
damage!
up to the Cupid, and suddenly we're tilted right back. What in the world have the Camelot Kings done on defense? They have delayed the Bolts once more.
They've delayed them, but what can they get in the meantime? Two members of the Kings have to go back and defend these fire waves, and Baskin still has EFG for at least another minute, so that left side Phoenix could essentially get one shot. We're back to square one once again.
Now, an important note is the Titan hasn't been able to heal up at all because the Phoenixes have been down.
King's got the 3K though. Now that ult's one shot in Barra. No longer will he live on 1 HP. He is gone if that ultimate connects.
God, the moment that Earthshaker missed on defense
I said
last
GG.
time, I thought it was over as well. I'm
Yep.
thinking, where's this damage going to come from? The Bolts have just had such a hard time figuring out how to fight once they crossed the threshold of the Camelot Kings Phoenix line.
Now Genetics could be in some trouble already.
Oh.
Not out, but Baskin
Ah.
is getting deleted. The turret's gonna kill him.
Oh, God. Oh, no, Baskin. He's left running. Terrified, screaming to the hills.
Variety.
Okay, Variety now. Look, all the map positioning in favor of the Camelot Kings. Ultimates, though, still there for the Bolts. Jake walks forward. Big man Tings with no Earthshaker. Baskin's behind. Baskin just teleported behind the Camelot Kings. I'm not sure they know he's there. They do now. The middle Phoenix respawns. And so you're looking at Relics being down. You're looking at Lasbra going in on an Netrioid, and you're looking at Genetics and Netrioid.
The shell's off.
waving goodbye to Lasbra. But is Genetics going to die off as well? He sure is. And it's a 1-for-1 trade by the FG pit.
I'd say this favors the Camelot Kings, right? Their mid Phoenix is up. They're back with the map positioning, and they're towards this Fire Giant once again. Awesome Jake goes for it, gets the beats up, Variety blinks in.
Variety blinks and dashes, but now he's on the wrong side of the fight. Earthshaker! Oh my God!
Big Man
A
Tings!
nuclear bomb drops on the map, and Big Man Tings eviscerates the Olympus Bolts. That has got to be the advantage for the Kings. That has got to be a Fire Giant pull. He bought his time, and he hits it. BMT massive at the end of game 3.
I'm telling you, man, it was the 3K pot. That's all they needed. Big Man Ting's like, man, every time I hit Barra, he lives with 1 HP. How do I get some more damage? He found it.
And onto the carries.
Yeah,
My
Ben
God.
and Barra. They said, group up. Let's get together for this big explosion that comes through. And now it's time for the Camelot Kings. The first time in this game, grouped up to try and break the base. There's still a tier 1 tower up, Dave. This is the first time the Camelot Kings have had pressure, and now they're looking towards this right side Phoenix.
There's been no answer from the Bolts around the Kings base. Do the Bolts have an answer around their own base, or has this game been flipped? At 45 minutes, death timers trickling down for Barracuda and Ven, just shy of 10 seconds. They lose the right side Phoenix, far from game ending. The gold is even for the first time in 20 minutes.
I need this tower to go down. It's actually bugging me. The fact that the Camelot Kings are 46 minutes into this
The left
game with
side tier 1.
EFG,
Yeah.
and the left side tier 1 is still standing. At the very least,
Wow.
Barracuda can say he won lane, right?
Man, if the Bolts end up losing this one, you're looking back at like 4 attempted base sieges that you couldn't get anything done. Titan was as low as half, thanks to Fire Minions. The Fire Minions did more to the Titan than the Bolts have been able to do so far this game. Now it simplifies again.
Yep.
But it's the Camelot Kings on the front foot. It's the Olympus Bolts hoping to avoid an Earthshaker, an Earthbreaker, a Will Breaker. And that last team fight broke the brains of the Olympus Bolts. The sheer amount of insta-gib damage that we just saw.
And that's going to go down. The Polynomicon helping out with mid Phoenix. Right Phoenix is already down. All 3 birds are in danger of sieging here. I mean, the Olympus Bolts, they got to try and fight eventually, and a bear gets chunked.
I mean, is this death by indecision from the Olympus Bolts? They have not drawn the line anywhere. And now Variety's just waltzing his way in. Big Man Tings is killed off Ven, and in the most miraculous way possible, this game could end in a sputter. Venenu has been killed off as the Bolts have separated. But now,
Wow.
Lasbro will try, the Camelot Kings will triumph. And at the end of game 3, it's Barracuda clinging to hope. But is hope enough? It sure isn't. The Camelot Kings take game 3 in 48 minutes.
I mean,
Camelot Kings get back to their winning ways, though. Not without a little bit of drama. What a way to end this set. Camelot Kings on top of the Bolts. That's it for Trilly and I. We'll go back to the desk to break this one down. J-Dragon Solar Scarabs game number 1, and it's with J-Mac and Mifflin on the call.
Continued fight to the left. Hurrywin low. Hurrywin gone. Maybe Yarkor to follow after. The Gamma Burst is good, and the double kill even better.
Yikes.
Unfortunately, didn't have vision on Scream, who was around the wall. Waiting for the stun. The jump doesn't quite get it far enough. Fear No Evil does help out. Impale pushes him back, but Sam needs a little bit more. Jumps in, finds the slow Sunder from Mike, and rotation in from Panda Cat means that Scream is out. No one will go down in the fight, at least not yet. 2v2 with Sam jumping over the wall. Fear No Evil not available, but the bat out of hell is. That'll get Final K out of danger. Scream does! Managed to get a 1-for-1 trade, but now with Hurrywin here, Final K will quickly beads the knockup and standing inside of 3 health pools to sustain all of it. The Phoenix Fire, not enough damage. Final K lives through all of it through the blood of not only his enemies, but his allies too.
Not easy to shut down anybody on that side of the map.
A lot of healing by Scary
Again,
D.
run it back.
There's another Pillars of Agony, but this time no healing for Scary D. It's Scream, who's able to get a 4th kill now on the board for himself. Number 5 for the J-Dragons.
You got to be real sure about this call. Panda Cat and Scream hot in pursuit.
Panda Cat has ultimate. Gold Fury's not dying fast enough. Fields of Love is there. Fear No Evil used. Solar Scarabs get the Fury. But can they get out? Scream dunks in, finds 2, takes down 1 right away. And the Dragons miss out. Scream picks up the double. Now Baronic up into the flight, into the tower. That should be far enough for Scream to not continue his chase. But that was a 2-for-none trade. Gold Fury goes to the Scares, but Dragons get 2. PBM picks up Hurrywin, slam. But Scream, once again, has rotated through.
Good
Impale will slow down. Flight from Baronic will get him pretty far. Good turnaround and ult out by
Monkey.
Scream to get away. The monkey toss does go the way that Sanford Soccer wants it. Hurrywin still alive to all this. Panic Cat has got to dash out, but he's surrounded by 3 and will be blocked off by the pillar. Pagon can't make it out of the ult from Scary D. And the Jade Dragons have now stepped too far forward.
Real narrow margins there. We'll see if FiNoK can clean them back up a little bit. Baronic falls down. Scary D, no threat to the Camazots as of now, so 3 for 0 turns to 1 for 3.
2 versus 2. Fear
Good
no evil
Aegis.
use. But the beads and an Aegis down. Panic Cat doesn't get to live through there. Jump away by Sam. Scream boxing against
My
2
God.
and winning against 2. Finds 1. The Aegis buys time for Yarkor. Scream should, and I say should go down. Who's it gonna be? It'll be Baronic with 1 final auto to lock him out. It's 16 minutes in and only 3K gold. Maybe some of that mitigated. Only Fury does go to the Jade Dragon. Scary D ults, gets the beads away from Pagon. But what will the Solar Scarabs do now? With Scream in the middle of 4, Sunder onto Baronic. Baronic does fly it away, but Hurrywin caught inside the Fields of Love will end up going down at the end of the day. He needs a little bit more damage from Scream to get that one. But Sam trades it out for 1. FiNoK gets Yarkor in the backline, and Scream again will box up against Sam. But with Baronic there, can't do it alone. Needs some help from FiNoK, who is more than willing to take a boxing match at any point in this game. Sanford Soccer tethered away, smacked down,
Whoa.
but it's the Turd and Pagon who take him, and a 4 for 3 plus a Gold Fury for the Jade Dragons. Hey, Panic Cat's stepping up here, man. My Fantasy Hunter's losing out and PBM's going down. That's a very,
You sure?
It was an expensive kill to try and go. It took Scary D's ultimate to lock him out. And the double dunk in from the
Yikes.
solo in the jungle. Baronic up in the sky, but it's only for so long as Scream runs down Hurrywin. FiNoK rolls over Baronic. 3 for 1 trade. Took forever for PBM to go down, and because of that, the Dragons rally back around. And now it's a Fire Giant on their mind as all 4 push towards it.
Yeah, here's the thing about Male Renewal. When you think you got a kill on a support, go a little bit further. You got to do 120% instead of just 100. And PBM buys enough time for the rest of his team to rotate through. Scary D, good steal here.
Fire Giant low. He does steal it, so Scary D pulls the fire away from everyone on the Dragons who looked like they were delaying for PBM to grab it. Maybe unfortunate that it's only Yarkor who gets the Fire Giant around it, but at least that's 5 Dragons who don't have the buff.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers, J-Mac. This isn't Chipotle, all right? he got it. Yarkor's got Fire Giant, and I think that's more than the Solar Scarabs can rightfully ask for in a situation like that. Yeah, it almost seems like the Jade Dragons actually got the Fire Giant, doesn't it, with how they're positioning. Scary D jumps forward, Scream tries to take the fight. He's the only one, though.
Scream doesn't get over the wall. That's another pick for the Solar Scarabs. Solar Scarabs keep themselves alive to push towards late game. But Primal Fury only at half. Fields of Love used. Scary D goes in aggressively. Vulcanol hits Hurrywin, does a lot of damage to him. Now Scary D stuck in the middle of 3. Gets a lot of damage right back in. Pagon is gone. PBM is also gone. But watch out for FiNoK and Scream. The dynamic duo of the Dragons are here to fight against the world. And so far, they're winning against that one. 2 down
serious?
for Scream and FiNoK. Baronic and Sam on the run. Double for Fino. And maybe a double for Scream if he can chase down Sam, who is running for his life through the jungle to escape.
Gotta think Scream's got this one. The flank from FiNoK will catch him if Scream does it himself. Look, the Solar Scarabs, and namely Scary D, does a ton there. Any other team fight, Hades locking down 4 for the entire duration and getting a kill on his own with the Pillars of Agony would just win you the fight, right? The only issue is Scary D didn't get Scream. And I suppose when you're playing against the Jade Dragons, that is a critical error because the second this Osiris got involved, the entire fight turns on its head. And even though it had started around the Fury and it goes all the way around the map, all things are a circle and we get back to where we started. This time, though, it's the Jade Dragons taking the Fury for themselves.
Baronic flying away.
Yikes!
Vulcanol does hit. At the end, the shell was burned through instantly. And now FiNoK and Scream up against Scary D. It's the 1v1 in that regard. Scream losing out on that trade and will go down. And that's massive for the Solar Scarabs, but they still got to deal with FiNoK, who's in the backline harassing 2 different players. Finds the kill on the 1. Bats and jumps away. Scary D's got good damage to take him down. And it's a 2-1 for the Solar Scarabs.
Solar Scarabs now on the Fire Giant, burning quickly. Jade Dragons nearby.
Pagon ult almost back up. They can't wait for too much longer for the steal potential. The Solar Scarabs get the
He's doing
Fire
it again?
Giant. Scary D in the middle of 3. Narrowly avoids the backfire. And Yarkor jumped into the Volcano. Luckily, there was no further follow-up, but Solar Scarabs get Fire Giant on 4. Only lose Baronic throughout all of that trade.
Now the Solar Scarabs, for the first time this set, could find themselves in the driver's seat. They don't really have the onus to start it up now. All they need to do is wait for that Phoenix to eventually fall. Trebuchet has been handled by the PvE.
Why?
But 2 members chasing Fine?
Why? Why are 2 on Final K? And
He's
also,
winning?
why are the 2 not
Surely
killing
not.
him just yet? One more swipe and maybe an auto
Scary's
after.
got jump.
Final K needs a little bit more. Blinks past 1, jumps over the other one. The Blink doesn't connect with the burn. Final K has bought so much time. But nothing happened on the... What happened on the right side for the fact that 2v1ing over on the other end, and Final K is the only one to go down in this fight.
I wonder if the Jade Dragons just pulled Fire Giant, tried to force in the Scarabs, but this late in the game, they can't just do it in the face of even just 3 members of the Solar Scarabs. Final K passed towards the left, so there's no way for the Jade Dragons to rotate in and turn that one around. It was a greedy play.
Wow.
From Mr. Fonzo. If Final K just plays to live, the Jade Dragons have a massive numbers advantage, but instead tries to go for the hero play and win it out on his own. Nearly does, to be fair, but
Yeah.
at the end, it is just him traded out for none. And the Solar Scarabs, now a Fire Giant enhanced on all 5, can start to break the base with 20 seconds on the respawn still.
Sam is
Scream?
fine.
You
It's
sure?
Scream who's the one maybe in danger. Solar Scarabs now with a 5v3 advantage for only a couple more seconds. Hurrywin, half. Pagon ultimate does hit.
Yikes!
Hurrywin is gone with the combo. Between Pagon and Final K, Panic
1v1.
Cat is winning out but loses the Heart Bomb. Not enough damage, but Pagon's got it. And PBM there to make sure that Sam goes down. The pick up and pull him back into yet another backfire. And the Jade Dragons have repelled the Scarabs at the Phoenixes.
Pagon said, I'll do it myself. Tosses out the ultimate and turns it around. Final K goes back to the scene of the previous crime. He had lost a 2v1 here. This time, odds are different. Still a 2v1, but seems like Yarkor not too interested in continuing the fight. Jade Dragons now, with plenty of time to play with. All Final K needs to do is prevent these backs, keep them on the back foot, and just buy some time for this.
Or just go in and start the fight himself. Dragons is good. Bronic at least gets 1, but being ran at by Final K. Pagon with some assists. The Vampire Bat's not enough damage. Final K will tank up the tower to keep the chase on.
Bye.
Mid laner goes down. Alternate timeline keeps him alive for only a moment before Pagon goes on to a killing spree, and the Dragons not just have repelled the Scarabs, have wiped the Scarabs off the map and are now the ones pushing up to tier 2. At this point, I just want the triple-double. He's so close to it. 12, 8, and 8.
2 more deaths? No, no way.
That's a lot to ask for this late in the game. But at this point, he's gotten so close. Don't think it's going to happen unless a team fight goes wildly
It'd have to go like
against
super
them.
even.
Yeah, and it has to do it twice.
Yeah.
It has to be 2 times that happens.
Both teams showing a bit of caution here. Scream, he wants the 1v1 against Sam. Fear No Evil used early.
Beads down by Scream, rooted in place, locked down by Scary D, who will get the kill, but the Vulcan ult will erase Scary D off the map. And now it's Hurrywin on the run. Pagon backfires to get into position, but loses a lot of his health. Pagon finds the double kill with the meatball. And now it's Sam and Yarkor inside the jungle waiting to the left-hand side. 3 versus 4 as the Dragons push up.
Man, Scream is such an impact player. He doesn't win the 1v1, but he drags the Solar Scarabs into such an awful position. Scary D forced to use his ultimate to secure the kill. The Sanford Soccer forced to use his ultimate to create that opportunity as well. Scream, it trades his life for the Solar Scarabs team fight. He took it all away. And now the Jade Dragons with Enhanced Fire on 4 might just be able to find Sam as well.
Sam on the run. Maybe collapsed on by Final K and PBM while the carries run down mid because Baronic
way,
is
right?
low. Flight to go the opposite way, but a backfire from Pagon will put Baronic in the dirt. 70-second respawn timer before this Yu Huang is back on the map. 10 seconds for Scream. 1 death away from the triple-double on the jungler.
But throws the ultimate out to zone the Yu Huang in a backfire range as well. Massive.
Scream. Bead's gone. Sanford Soccer wants to get that kill, but misses the monkey toss. Needs 1 more hit, but can't do it. Maybe Scary D can. Not going to be able to. Scream
Good slows.
walks out, and a sprint route popped to keep PBM from being able to pick up that kill. Now the Solar Scarabs on retreat after a valiant attempt by Sanford Soccer. Good news for Baronic. Alternate timelines back up. Second chance
Good
maybe
pull.
on Define. But he's able to jump away. Popped his beads right away. Gets back to the safety of his team. 45 seconds on Fire Giant. Dueling
Nice.
Dragons hits 2. Final K up in the sky, but Scary D locked inside. And the Vulcan ultimate just off the mark. The Gamma Ray burst goes through. Fear to Evil to the back line by Sam. Double knockout back.
Massive.
Hurry. Final K's down. PBM is down. And the Solar Scarabs have now pushed the Dragons back. But the Scarabs are the one who have established their presence immediately to the right side. Jade Dragons, either they don't know or
Backdoor.
they don't care that this is happening. Left
Backdoor?
Phoenix gone. Mid Phoenix weakened.
No wards.
And no vision on this side. The Jade Dragons
This is scummy.
might just run this one through. They need to get over the wall. The Scares have got to realize that with Fire Giant up and the
Scary's
Dragons aren't
backing.
here, Final K is going to loop back around, blink over the wall. Scream opens the door for the team, and Scary
It's
D is
happening.
stopped in its place. It is a base race. The Jade Dragons will sneak in a backdoor. Wait, Scream's going for the triple double. He's got to
Let him
get
have
it
it.
himself. Triple
Sam's
double
there.
for
Wait.
Scream, but there's not enough damage right back until just at the end. The Jade Dragons keep it interesting. But it's a 2-0 at the end of the day, a triple-double for Scream and a win for the Dragons.
I wonder what stops Scary D's back there. It is
think
almost
he
like
just did.
I know he did, but like what's going through his mind there? He's like, all right, maybe I don't go back to base because no presence around the Fire Giant on respawn. You gotta know there's some shenanigans. Either you're getting Mouse Esports and they're coming around behind you, or they're going for the Titan. And this time it's the Titan. Mike looks a bit drained.
Well,
Can you blame him? That was, what, a 50-minute banger
He's
for the
laughing.
Jade Dragons against the Solar Scarabs? That is absolutely wild. But at the end of the day, J-Mac, you got your wish, man.
got it.
Triple-double.
It's been like 2 or 3 years, I think. If Gore were here, he would have the exact number. He has like the date, the set, the game,
He does.
the
He's
player,
got
and
it
everything.
all.
I think, in fact, it was Sam for Soccer that got it. So now against Sam, the most recent competitive triple-double out there. I got my wish. I'm happy, but man, my heart was racing still on that Titan push because it was very close to going completely south for the Dragons trying to go for a greedy play like that. They do manage to get it. They get themselves the 2-0 victory. Jade Dragon fans, gonna be happy getting the 2-0, even if it's a little bit messy at the end. That's it from If and I on the cast. We'll throw it back over to the desk to close out the set.
We are back with our second of 3 sets in this triple header Sunday of Smite Pro League action, week 5 of phase number 3. My goodness, we are cruising along. Camelot Kings, Valhalla Valkyries, that's our second set of the day. And this one, very, very important for not only the Valhalla Valkyries, but the Camelot Kings as well, Miff. Do the Valhalla Valkyries or the Camelot Kings get a much-needed win? We'll find out in game number 3.
I guess at the beginning of Season 9, actually hold that thought, Captain Twig, with a very early rotation. No one really knows about this, and Gamma's got to be the target.
Stun on a Gamma. Knockup number 1. Should be another one waiting behind. Beads burned by Captain Twig to help guarantee this kill. But they're taking a long time to kill this Ymir. Gamma will finally
They
go
lost
down,
first
but
blood.
not even as a first blood. That one goes to Kirmi on the opposite side of the map with a pick on the Variety. But now it's gap closed on a Gamma. This time will go much cleaner for the Camelot Kings. No room for error there, but maybe it's an exact 1-for-1 on the opposite side. Taking up the tower is Aquarius. Kirmi will get the damage through, but it's an ult in to lock Aquarius a little bit longer. As soon as that CC immunity fades, it is a yank back in from the pal out, but it's just not enough damage. Variety healed up all the way. Aquarius goes back in. It's a baiting Variety back for the fight, and it will be Gamma for Variety once again.
You could see Variety was giggling because he was like, oh, Captain Twig's on the way. I'll try and stop his back. And unfortunately, Aquarius said, okay.
3-man rotation
Look at
for
this.
Variety. They really want to put this Mulan down on the Valkyries, and Variety gets good heal, but pushed against the wall, freeze off the mark. Variety able to dash back in, and actually a turnaround kill onto Gamma. But it'll be a 1-for-1 trade, maybe 2. Captain Twig yanked back into the pal out, but Genetics on the way in to try and help out. Captain Twig low, doesn't find the knockup, but a stun from Genetics will push Kirmi away.
Speaking of squishies, Captain Twig getting poked down.
No beads for 30. Kraken doesn't find much. Gamma will get the kill with an ultimate, but Benny Q falls in response. A slow and a jolt now on towards Gamma. Big Man Ting should be able to get that kill with a couple more autos, and now it's just Kirmi up against 3. Onto the Pal Lao. Won't find anybody, instead disengages right into a stun. And the setup for Netroid and Big Man Ting. A 3-for-1 trade at the end of the day. and the Camelot Kings will then move to the Gold Fury to grab a little bit more.
Aquarius is on the way, though. Does have Blink and Lawbringer. Might be too little too late. It's getting close because they're bouncing back and forth. Aquarius could go for a steal. Just pushes Netroid away.
Does push him off.
No
Gold
way!
Fury does go to the Valkyries. Aquarius, the lone
Look at
army
him
in this
laughing.
one. Even Wowie standing by going, well, I can't believe he actually got that one. Horse has the middle for Nua working, which I imagine be a Spirit Robe. Sun onto Genetics, a Kraken to Genetics, and perfect CC chain to take down the support. Not a single opportunity to get that healing dash back over towards safety to the rest of the team.
Doesn't seem to be the call, but 40 seconds in. Benny Q. Oh my goodness, absolutely deleted. The Kraken comes through with Captain Twig. Might be the trade.
Gets the knock up, but not getting a whole lot of healing back. It's an invade towards the red buff. We saw the damage output. That was at least onto one. Aquarius finds the blink push with the Fearless, finds another double Fearless and double power cleave. Red buff secured for the Valkyries. Big Man Tings out of the fight as far as he can go. Kirmi does have the ult to go back in. Big Man Tings, no beads and no life. As Kirmi grabs a killing spree for himself. Gamma charging up the ultimate on 3. Doesn't find much damage in that regard. It's
Triple!
another massive Fearless from Aquarius. He's going insane on the tier. It's a double for Kirmi. Give him a triple. If Genetics can't get out in time, Variety at least able to shut down the jungler. But Aquarius is going massive on this tier.
1-0-5 was top of the damage charts. I imagine still is. And yes, by a big margin. Aquarius is having a great game. And Benny Q might find a solo kill.
One more auto would have been it. Benny actually just solo Kraken Variety for the kill, but now it's a turnaround on towards Benny. Dueling Dragons don't find Benny Q, but they hold Gamma back. And Captain Twig gets the kill on the mid laner. Now Gamma finds the wall. A lot of this off the back of Aquarius. 1-0-5 on this tier. We'll just continue his bullying up against Variety. Shouldn't be able to find the kill with only Gamma here, but now with Wowie and Benny Q. Could be a nice and big pick against Variety. He will use the ult to get out. The sun's right down. Aquarius will shove him right back into the wall. Sets up for another Kraken and a little bit more after. It's Wowie to get the kill, but it's all Aquarius to set it up. And maybe a pick on towards Variety. Pushed against the wall, but Variety's able to get away from that one. The sun's right down. Variety's stuck in the middle. Aquarius and Kirmi teaming up inside the Suns. Benny Q though low, and Captain Twig has the beads away so he doesn't go down to the Kraken, but Aquarius is keeping Netroid out of the fight on the top side, but Kirmi will go down to Variety in just a moment. Maybe he won't teleport away for Kirmi. Variety can't close the gap, and instead he gets shoved down. Wow, he can't find the damage for the kill though. Variety takes down one before he falls after. Now Gamma low. Aquarius still back to keep the carries out. Genetics zoning Gamma away.
Oh no!
It's a 2-for-2. The wall for Gamma, not so great. Big Man Tings will punish him.
But once that blink came through, not the case. Lazy backing with Captain Twig, 1,000 cuts. Not going to be enough, and actually it is, because the slow comes through, and Captain Twig goes down. Variety with the wraparound. He's not going to go in just yet.
Twig blinks out of the fight. Whirlpool off. Gamma half HP. Variety blinks past and uses the ultimate to recuperate and rejoin his team. But Dueling Dragons finds 3 from Big Man Tings, but it doesn't get a kill yet. Kirmi is the one in danger. Gup onto the Pal-Out. Captain Twig gone. Thanks to the damage from Aquarius. Big Man Tings lands down. Benny Q gets the alternate timeline and no shot. Then he lives again off of that ability. Still able to get out, but Variety chasing him down. Netroid being zoned away by Aquarius. The one-man army of the Valhalla Valkyries. Aquarius gets the double kill. Lawbringer to get over the second hit and the sustain. Somehow Aquarius is still alive, but there's not a chance in the world he gets out up against 3. His blink is down. His Lawbringer is gone.
Late beads.
Beads a little bit late on the call, but
He's fine.
Gamma is now distracting the rest. The sacrificial lamb, or maybe a little bit more horrific is there. Variety, Genetics, Big Man Tings will all make it out.
Variety, though, does have the teleport immediately upgraded. He's not going to be here in time.
Bubble gone from Genetics. He's going to take a lot to steal this one away. Fire Giant goes to the Valkyries. Can they get more with Variety? In the middle of 3, he ults over to Wowie. Misses the shot, but gets the grapple. Wowie is low, but Aquarius again with another Fearless. Keeps his teammate alive. Genetics can't get in time. Kirmi finds the kill there, and the Valkyries, with all 5, make their escape.
The Aquarius is nuts today, man. He is
Get him off
making
it.
sure.
I'm done with it.
He's on it. That's it. This is game 3. You can't ban it anymore. Aquarius 4-0-8.
Hands Fire Giant started. Variety and Genetics to the front line. Variety goes in. Finds some damage onto Kiri. Kraken will stop Variety. And Variety is almost gone for the fight. Big damage out of Captain Twig, but Variety is gone.
Yep.
Captain Twig is gone. Genetics left by himself, yanked into the powwow, pulled back, but here comes Aquarius to save the day once more. Genetics is gone, and Netruid is gone. 4 of the Camelot Kings have fallen down to the might of the Valhalla Valkyries. Health bars are low for 2, but not for Aquarius. He will take the fight up against Big Man Tings. He will make sure that this Yu Huang does not get to go back to base of his own accord. Instead, a Celestial flight in. Aquarius will stop, if only for an extra moment, waiting for the opportunity to kill Big Man Tings while the Valhalla Valkyries do with everything else. No, Big Man Tings, can he even make it back? Big Man Tings does take down Aquarius. Kirby goes in,
What?
but he dies to the fountain. Now it's only 3 Valks
No way!
to push up to the Titan. This might be a retreat call now for the Valks. As they
This is
stepped
the biggest
too
throw I've
far
ever
forward.
seen.
Big Man Tings has stopped the Valkyries.
This is the biggest throw I have ever seen, and I am not joking. How did 3 people just die in a fountain? That was the easiest end. How did you don't even have to kill him there. Unfortunate. And now the Camelot Kings get to walk up and grab EFG for free.
And what was potentially game over against the Kings, what was going to be a Game 3 win for the Valks, has been thwarted entirely over greedy play after greedy play. And now it's the Camelot Kings with Enhanced Fire Giant.
I cannot believe that just happened.
Aquarius goes into the Phoenix. 3 of the Kings are back while 1 pushes up mid-Phoenix.
Netroid gets
but that 1 is Netruid, and as long as he has even a single minion, that's enough. But Captain Twig is low. Variety doesn't find the damage, but Kirby does. Aquarius able to take them down. Variety pulled back into the middle of 3. The Kraken will take him down. Wowie,
Netroid's
President killed,
ending.
but it's a base race. Can Netruid be faster than the rest of the Valkyries? 4 Valks push in, all 5 to the throne room. Big Man Tings has got to defend.
It's
the
close.
Valkyries on a base race, but it's the Valhalla Valkyries who win that race and take the set over the Camelot Kings.
Kirby leaps up. They are getting extremely hyped, and they deserve it. After that one play, I didn't think the Valks were going to get a second chance at that one. Netroid was close, probably, 3k HP left on that Titan. The Ishtar was close, but it was not enough. What an end to that game. Off of, again, quite literally the biggest throw I've ever seen. Almost the biggest drop. The Valks are able to close that set out. Aquarius dies to the Fountain and Tings. Kirby just dies to Fountain, and then Gamma dies to Titan. They're all like, well, I guess we gotta leave. I mean, what do you do
out
at
here,
that
man.
point? You just look at your hand. So I'm amazed they were able to just come back after that, because my mental would be gone. I would be slamming F6. I don't know what to do at that point.
But that is, at its heart, some of the most entertaining Smite we've got to watch all year.
I think this weekend continues to be the most entertaining SPO weekend we've had in a long time. Think back to every single set we've seen played this weekend, from Friday onward. We've had some of those ridiculous Smite I've seen.
Something's different.
We've had some very, very
Well,
good
we know what that
sets.
something is.
We've had some very, very good sets throughout the year, of course. What is it, Myth? Vegas? Oh, I thought you were going to say because Gore's not here.
Oh, no. Wow, you're toxic.
I thought you were going to BM our boy.
No, you're toxic
so
for
sad.
even thinking that.
I know, poor Gore. No, Gore gets to watch back and enjoy reviewing all these incredible games that have happened. The Valhalla Valkyries in 3 get the win over the Camelot Kings.